We're just a hair over 40, we're aiming for 40. Alright, this should be it. Okay, now we're going to indicate on this surface, because this is the true, we'll machine this down to 63.5, and then we'll machine the overall length down to 146.2 millimeters. Alright, so it's 0.01, which is about 4/10 that. Alright, we're going to take this down to 63.5, and for end it, make sure that we do actually have a straight piece. And then we're going to start boring out the center. I think I've got a tiny bit of run out. I'm not sure if it's this, or there's just something not happy somewhere. But the amount that I've got to take off, and I don't think in this instance that's going to make that much of a difference. And then once we've got this down to size, we'll actually machine the whole thing down to length, because this is way too wide. So 63.5. If I think I haven't fluffed it already. That cut was a little bit heavier than I wanted. That is 64 on the nose. I hate potential bird's nests. Mm, 363.7. Now, this area is sacrificial. $63.6. Okay, this should be it. 0.05 for whatever difference it makes. We are heading for 54, so we need to take off 7.5 millimeters. Something I should have thought of. You'll see why I say that. So I took 0.3 off. $23.8. So I need to take that down to 16. No. Yeah, 16 to 15.8. When it's that, we're there. Bring it back on, I've got rid of a little more metal. Alright, so we are at 3/4 of an inch. We need 1 more eighth to go. You see, I had an epiphany. The other gear is 5/8 of an inch thick. So that's what I'm going to go for, and that'll also, because I've got this already cut to length, it'll pretty much govern everything. The only real question going forwards is, do I have a boring bar long enough to do this? Probably the last cut. Yep, we are there. I'll just chamfer that. Now, I'm not going to bore it out until I've cut the gear teeth, because I'm going to use that center as at the far end, at the supported end. The dividing head end will be over here, allowing me to use a brand new 3-jaw chuck to center that end. And then once I've got the teeth cut, with soft jaws I will clamp on, or yeah, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll probably need a fixed steady by then, and hopefully the one where I'm trying to source will be ready for pickup by then. Now this diameter is well bigger than it really needs to be. So I have the option of machining that down, so flipping it around, clamping onto here and adjusting everything so that it runs true this face and there, because I can support both ends. Only thing I worry about is whether that end needs to be recut, but we'll worry about that next time. Okay, so we're going to face off the little bit of excess we've got here and just a light facing cut, and then we're going to bring this down to 5/8. It's currently just a hair's breadth over, and it's just the tiniest little bit oversized, so we'll also bring it down to final diameter, and then we're going to drill and tap a hole in the junction between the two and put in a Scotch key. So let's do this. Now we don't actually need to go all the way to the center, because we're actually going to be drilling and boring out this for the bearing journal that's going to go in there. There'll be a couple of press fit bearings and whatnot. Amount. Okay. Alright, now as some of you may have noticed, it's a little bit discolored, so I heat fitted this to it, to the shaft, so there's probably a 0.2mm interference. So I'm going to kick it up a little bit in speed, take the last little pass, then we'll take about 0.05 of a millimeter off the outside just to bring it down, and then we'll face off the back side and we should be right. Okay, pretty happy with that. I think I can tolerate that. Now I just got to get that tiniest little bit in the middle. camera switched off. Silly me. You can check. I've faced the outside to size. We are now at 127.0. Everything's concentric because it's done to the centers of this spindle. Hang on, let me just readjust this. So, been turning between centers, so I guarantee that all of these surfaces are true to the centers that I've got here. And I'll use those to center it and bore it out when I've cut the gear teeth. So that's where this phase of the operation leaves off. Next video I will cut in the teeth. One after that probably bore and fit the bushings. And after that we'll do an assembly and a bit of a test run and see how we go. So I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been a bit of a challenge to get to this point. I still need to install a Scotch key, if I can find the actual seam, just to guarantee that this never actually slips on this. I mean, there is roughly 0.2 millimeter of interference, but you know, things happen. So if you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share on social media. If you haven't already subscribed, love to hit that subscribe button. When you do, don't forget, ring the notification bell. So get out to your shop, push your envelopes. This is definitely pushing mine, but above all, stay safe, and I'll catch you for the next one.